morning and welcome to the Saturday Breakfast Show with me. I know I got a new hairdo, but it's still your girl, Nangwizi, up in the building. And as per usual, we are here at Box Cafe in the lovely capital city. And I know why you're here. You want the tea. Okay, I got some water right here, but I'm gonna fill you in. So the Twitter sphere is alive and buzzing. So Kaxuxwena, international supermodel of Namibia, is reportedly shooting a reality show, right? But that's not what Twitter is talking about. Twitter is talking about this alleged altercation she had with another famous Namibian celebrity. Now, we don't specifically know the details because the other camp hasn't necessarily commented, but guys, violence is not the answer, and let's please use our platforms responsibly. Like, we don't condone violence here at the Saturday Breakfast Show. I mean, we're all grown women. Can't we all just get along? Like, seriously. Speaking of getting along, so the dog and Diamond Platnumz don't seem to be getting along because after they released their song, Diamond released the song and he has completely scratched Dog off the track. He re-recorded his verse and he shot the video without the dog, currently known as King Titi. Now, let this be a lesson to everybody. Kucha, please, guys, own your stuff, own your craft, get the rights, sign the papers so that nobody can cut you out of your own deals, okay? And that's the tea, for real, okay? So let's talk about this church in Paris that burned down. And in less than a day, or 2 days, in 2 days, all the billionaires of the world have come together and okay, this really stresses me out to talk about it, but like, yeah, so they have now come up with $100 million, and that's US dollars, by the way. And that just goes to show that world issues and all the things that we're facing can actually easily be eradicated if these people actually cared, which just goes to show white supremacy really doesn't care about what's going on in Africa. I mean, Mozambique is still flooded, guys, and who's helping them out? $100 million to rebuild an old church, guys. Like, really? Or better yet, where are our African leaders? Where are our African billionaires? I'm so stressed. Let me drink my water and mind my business. So guys, one of the most controversial topics this week is the legalization of marijuana, okamushi, ganja. So people are like, why are we not legalizing it if everywhere else in the world weed is being legalized? And I am so sure that the tate sitting up in power are just like, oh, shiri, and maybe avara kushira inganga mufi. But that's not the point. Let's look at it from like an economic sort of viewpoint. I mean, let's not even go into like the medical benefits of marijuana, but like, just let's talk about the economic benefits. People are crying for land, so why don't you give them the land and let them grow the weed, save a bunch of people with cancer, put money in people's pockets? Like, I don't understand, like, why is it such a big thing? I mean, if all these big countries and all these big economies are doing it, clearly it's working out. I mean, we are in an economic crisis, guys. Can we really afford to like sort of close the doors and be closed-minded and say no, inganga mufi is gonna, like, guys, I mean, really? And I mean, weed smokers aren't even that violent. What do weed smokers do? Get high and just chill and like, okay. The Ministry of Industrialization and Trade and SMEs has made available 13 million Namibian dollars for all the young entrepreneurs who are about that thing and doing the damn thing. So I mean, I'm happy. Maybe I'll apply, you know. I need a business because I mean, in this economy, guys, we are all struggling, and this is the type of news we need to hear. This is inspiring, and in the spirit of entrepreneurship and young go-getters, 2 young women by the name of Teresia and Rooney recently launched a modeling agency. So big up, guys. This is good. Like, I like to hear things like this. Like, this gives me hope, like, for our future and all of that. I mean, we all just want the dollars. Where the dollars at? Where the coins at? So our Namibian men are in the headlines again, and not necessarily for all the right reasons, because our brothers continue to beat on women, rape on women. Well, let me not go that far. So this brother man, all the way in the United States of America, is on trial because he allegedly sexually assaulted some girl. We don't know the full details, but what is it with our men? What is this culture of men and violating our basic human rights as women? Can we stop? Like I feel like we need like a prominent, successful man to address this issue, because what is going on? So the MBA fund had this accident simulation and everybody was up in arms, and I feel like this is actually a good thing, because you know, our numbers and our statistics here in Namibia for accidents are not the best, especially when it comes to like long weekends, and we're just coming from the Easter weekend. So I feel like it's good. I feel like these types of things put these uncomfortable topics in our faces, and it makes us deal with this.
Hi, good morning from us at Box Cafe. My name is Chef Lovisa, and joined with me today is Chef Dolly.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Chef Dolly. We are going to prepare you guys a sweet corn pancake.
Yep.
We are going to use some eggs, milk, whole corn, crushed corn, flour, whipped cream, parmesan, some garnish, seasonings, and oil.
Yeah, we'll need the oil for the frying. So, shall we start?
Yes, we shall.
Let's begin. To start off, we're going to have our eggs. Can I have a spoon over there, please? Thank you. So for 2 plates, we'll need about 6 eggs. Okay, we have our eggs over here. We can add our flour. Can we add the flour in, please? There we go. There we go. Now you have a nice thick batter. Not too thick, not too smooth, because we're going to add a little milk, and the sweet corn is going to make it a little looser. So now we can add our sweet corn, the crushed one, first. There we go.
Using a spoon to do that.
Yep. That looks good, doesn't it?
Yes. And it will taste yummy too.
Yep.
And I'm going to add parmesan to it.
Just mix that into the batter.
While she's doing that, I'm going to whip the cream until it becomes a little bit thick.
Yeah.
Because we need it.
I'm gonna add my whole sweet corn in there.
I'm going to use all of it.
Then my milk. Just a little bit. So Chef Dolly, what is it like working at Box Cafe?
Oh, it's amazing.
Is it?
I really love it.
You guys have a lot of customers?
Yes, we do.
Oh, nice. I'm just gonna spray this with a non-stick so our pancakes don't stick, and then add a little oil to that. So I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper, just a little seasoning to our pancakes.
Just to add that flavor and taste to it.
Yeah. I know they taste kind of sweet, but kind of salty. The parmesan makes it a little salty, but then we're gonna top it off with a little bit of honey and cream, and that's gonna bring the sweetness out as well. So we whip that up, and they're ready for the pan. Ooh, a little too much. It's okay. Fry this. Just gonna turn this around so it doesn't stick. There you go. So I'm just gonna flip this over. Make sure it's nice and thick underneath. Ooh, so that doesn't happen. There we go. About done as well. This is about done as well.
Okay, then I'm gonna take my cream. I'm gonna use 2 spoons.
Oh, can I stand over here?
Yes.
All right.
Looks lovely.
Chef Dolly.
Okay. Then we are gonna top it off with honey.
Yeah.
Got my honey here.
Yeah. That looks delicious. It really does. Should I garnish it for you?
Yes, please.
Let's just garnish just a little bit, just to make it look a little bit more presentable. And there we go. Nice sweet corn pancakes with whipped cream and honey.
Welcome back to the Saturday Breakfast Show, and joining me today we have Kaxuxwena, not Miriam Kaxuxwena, but the other Kaxuxwena, Ndemufayo Kaxuxwena, also known as Chicken. He is the producer of Free Your Mind, also a TV producer. And what else are your other accolades? This is I didn't even know there was another Kaxuxwena. Come to find out, there's a whole other male.
Oh, we are a whole tribe.
Is it?
We are a whole tribe.
The whole Kaxuxwena clan.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I guess Miriam's the most famous
the most
one.
famous. So is entertainment something that runs in your family, or is it?
Yeah, I would
Yeah?
say so. Like my old man, which is Miriam's granddad, and
Yeah.
my father is very much, he introduced me to music and the arts and culture. I perform theater because of him.
Oh, nice. So you're like an actor as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
For
So Free Your
quite a
Mind.
while.
Let's talk about that. How did
Free
it
Your
start? What was the idea behind it? Are you a comedian yourself, or how did that?
It's just a bunch of college dropouts, early 20s, bored, nothing to do, but we had resources, you know, we
Okay.
got a bit lucky. We had the theater school where we just used to party. And this one day, the six of us, 6 friends, decided, let's do comedy, you know, spoken word was happening. And we're like, okay, let's try the same concept, comedy every first Friday of the month,
Okay.
and we'll see. We invited, Slick decided he's gonna do it. We invited some friends the first Friday, very successful, and 11 years later, here we are.
So you guys have
About
been doing
50 comedians later as well.
Wow. So this thing has been going on for 11 years.
Yes,
So
yes.
speaking about continuity and like owning your own stuff, so the looks lovely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait, thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Looks like
Thank
just
you.
what I need.
Is
Right?
it? Okay, we were talking about the dog. So I don't really know the full story. Apparently neither does he, because he sent out a tweet saying he's just as shocked as everybody else. So he had the song with Diamond Platinum, and then Diamond Platinum released a video, and he wasn't in the video, and his verse was recorded over. So I mean, you've been in the game for 11 years, and let's talk about how important it is to own your craft and trademark your stuff. Guys, whatever it is very important to sort of own your intellectual property. And I think you would be sort of the right person to educate us a little bit about it. I mean, you guys have been going for 11 years.
11 years, yeah. I think, you know, go around BIPA, go look for further information, read about copyright and all of this, and trademarking your stuff as well, you know, it's really important.
Yeah.
And you know, in Namibia, I feel like we have this attitude of, I don't have to be the best, as long as I'm just, you know,
Getting
in
by,
there,
yeah.
getting by. And I
Yeah.
think, you know, you should really stand your ground, you know, and really put yourself out there and know your value, know your worth.
Exactly. Because I mean, he produced a song. All of us as a community, we are like, I'm up in arms. Like, I'm so mad. Like, how can this happen in this day and age? How is this happening that people just literally get ripped off, and it's daylight robbery?
And my big question is, so what are we gonna do?
What
so
are
I'm
we
I'm
gonna-
gonna
what
sit
are
at
we
home,
gonna do?
all vexed up. I'm gonna be very angry, and I'm doing nothing about it.
So what
Because
do
the
you
right
think?
channels, I don't have access to the right information to do anything about it. Perhaps I don't know. Most Namibians feel they go through this.
Which is what? Please elaborate. Like, I don't, because I'm not in the entertainment game like that, so I don't really know like the logistics behind and the politics behind. So please elaborate on
Look,
that.
I'm not in the music industry as well,
Yeah.
but I mean, to what was the agreement between the two of them? You know, to
Exactly.
what level did did they agree, and to what extent
Was
who?
he
yeah.
involved? And
Yeah.
I mean, how can somebody just do this to you and then it just sort of goes? He just says, "No, I'm as shocked as you." I mean,
I'm vexed as a Namibian. If
I'm
someone
vexed
stands up and
too.
says, let's go do something, I'll be like, I'm with you, let's go.
yes, let's go. And that's the problem with
As long as
Namibians.
it's not
we don't,
violence.
We don't have like the spirit of Ubuntu. Like, we don't really support each other. Like, what is gonna be done? Like,
Look,
guys,
I was born in exile and I grew up, we had a strong togetherness. Very, very much. Like I had so many mothers, so many brothers, so many sisters. And now I stand alone. I could not care less about the next person because that spirit is completely long gone.
Right.
long gone. I stand in solidarity for the people that I truly care about.
Okay.
But generally, Namibia has this energy of you're on your own, man.
But why is that? Where did that even come from? It's
I think
like
Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome.
Speaking of Stockholm
And
syndrome,
I'm not pointing fingers, just take responsibility, you know who you are.
you mentioned something, Stockholm syndrome. So let's talk about this church that burned down in Paris.
Yeah.
And these billionaires that within less than 2 days have now compiled 100 million US dollars to rebuild a church. And I mean, Mozambique is still flooding. And Sri Lanka also got shot up a few days ago. So like, Stockholm
And I
syndrome.
believe some African leaders also donated.
You're lying.
Yes. I just cannot really mention them because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I have not verified the information
But
because I
what
saw
is
it on
that?
social media. Stockholm syndrome, I think. And you know Mozambique is still flooding.
Yeah.
So where are the rich black people?
Why
The
are we
ones who
not
drive around the BMWs
with the
or
Lamborghini?
in
I
like
mean-
all of these convoys, all of these Mercedes. But where are they? What have they done? What are they doing?
Because essentially, I mean, like, I think if anything, this whole Notre Dame fiasco just showed us how easily sort of 90% of the world problems could be, and how quickly
Yeah.
we can get rid of it if we just sort of
But we
band
can
it together.
expect the West to be solving our problems. We
That's
can't even
true.
talk about that.
That
We can't
is
even look
true.
at because
That is true.
Notre Dame is important to the French people.
Yeah, because
And
I mean,
these are-
obviously, these people are also ensuring that their legacy continues.
Yeah,
Because
of course.
obviously, in the new Notre Dame, there will be a whole wing, I'm sure, dedicated
Yes.
to billionaire Ibrahimovic, whatever. So why are we? Please tell, what is essentially lacking in our black people, and why don't we have that? Let's come together and let's fix the problems that we are having. Why do we always sort of look outside? And clearly, the white people, I'm sorry, they don't care. They don't
Yeah.
care about our issues.
Yes,
They are more worried about fixing a church than they are about saving
Look,
lives.
they got their own issues. They got white issues. They got white people problems in their houses. You know, who cheated on who and whatnot. They got their own issues. Things are happening.
But
we
our
have
issues are
own
just a
issues.
little bit
We're
more
not solving our own problems.
Yeah.
I know many millionaires from Katutura. I grew up in Okuriangaba. But where we used to play on the ground, these guys can afford, but they have $5 million cars and all of these things. And you know, most things in white communities are built by white people.
Yeah.
It's not a white government or it's not a government. It's
Okay.
people who came together and said, what can we do for our community?
Yeah.
Like we took gymnasium with Quinton van Rooyen.
Yeah.
So how many black millionaires have actually done something
Something
for
like
schools
that.
in the rural areas? But I'll tell you one thing we did at Free Your Mind, because Chimanimani is one of the villages that were affected by the flood in Zimbabwe and Mozambique. We invited a comedian, Long John, from Chimanimani. He came to perform. He had a platform to express himself. Secondly, also he earned some money. Perhaps he can go and contribute to his community.
Right.
That's how we play our part.
Right.
We did something.
Something.
Yeah, as
So-
Free Your Mind. And we are broke.
Okay, I think we're getting a little bit off topic. Are you enjoying your meal? Yeah. All the sensations. What you
Man,
do,
man,
Lafa?
man.
Okay, so let's talk about this very controversial topic here in Namibia: cannabis, marijuana, weed, dacha, mabangwe, whatever you want to call it. Let's talk about it. I mean, a lot of people are fighting for it to be legalized. It's being legalized all over the world. I mean, Canada has legalized it. States have legalized it. I mean, even South Africa just recently passed. Why is it that we are not legal, especially in
I'll tell
this
you one
economy?
thing. If a white person comes dressed in a suit, they got a PhD and they say legalize it, it will be legalized.
So-
they will be like, yeah, but now it's Rastas, They don't take them serious.
Right.
Like I remember the statement that the Minister of Justice made. He said the only people who want it legalized are the Rastas and the leftists and all of these. But the point is Namibia is a secular country. In our constitution it says you're allowed to practice whatever religion you want to practice.
Right.
And in the preamble it also states that you're entitled to your sex, your religion and all of that.
Right.
So cannabis is a sacrament to the Rastaman. And just because you find people with dreadlocks who drink a lot and commit violence doesn't mean you have to associate them
Yeah.
to Rasta.
Right.
Cannabis can solve many problems, especially
Right.
for Africa.
Especially for Namibia. Let's
Namibia.
focus on Namibia.
Yes,
I
yes.
just feel like, the people that are like in sort of these leadership positions have like these bad connotations of what weed
They are
is.
old, they are outdated.
Yeah, they think
and-
like Omapangwe. It's just
and
people want to smoke
that's the law of
And that's not-
1971.
Exactly.
That's apartheid
This
time.
could this whole legalization of cannabis thing, it could help people, especially in this country where cancer is sort of becoming
Yes.
more and more relevant. I mean, it could create jobs, it could create there's
But the
so
level
many
of
good things, but
ignorance
everybody's
towards it-
exactly. So let's go to Kanye West. Let's completely go to the opposite side
One
of
of
the
my
world.
favorite people
Is
of all
it?
time.
Why
Yeah.
is he one of your favorite people?
He said slavery for 400 years
Uh-huh.
is a choice. And I completely agree with that. Slavery was not a choice, but for 400 years, if you see what African leadership is doing to Africa, those are choices.
Anyway, so he had
So
this,
Kanye was right. To me.
for you, he was right. So he had this whole Coachella Sunday service performance. What do you think about Lady May is now a gospel singer? What do you think about sort of entertainment and religion sort of merging, and because he's all about empowering and black excellence and all these types of things. So what do you think about that marriage, and how do you think it's going to affect the...
I think religion is a good thing. Not everybody has to be religious, because some people are naturally, they know like what is right or wrong. But some people, they grew up doing a lot of crazy stuff, and they found religion and it guided them into the right direction.
Right.
You know, makes a place of the world a better place.
Let's speak a little bit more about yourself, because we spoke about a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think this goes also hand in hand with just maybe your story can maybe inspire somebody else, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
watching at home. So let's talk about free your mind and sort of your future plans. If you have any,
Yeah.
let's get into that.
My suggestion to everybody out there is don't wait, innovate.
Right.
And that's what we did with
What does
Free Your Mind.
innovation mean exactly?
Man, take what you have and make it work.
Yeah.
Really, like, just focus.
Identify a gap.
Identify a gap. Focus your mind. Focus your energy on the direction you want to go, and it doesn't matter how small the steps are.
Yeah.
Just go that way.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be extremely difficult.
Right.
I personally went through a deep depression for 3 years,
Yeah.
but I'm not about to give up my vision and my plan.
Right.
The first 10 years of Free Your Mind were based on establishing ourselves and getting the country to know us and
Yeah.
our work. And
Because I
the
mean,
ne-
the comedic industry was, I mean, I
it was
haven't heard-
non-existent.
non-existent
Yes.
before Free Your Mind.
And 11 years later, we
Yeah.
have over 40 comedians,
Yeah.
female comedians.
Wow.
We are creating platforms for comedians around SADC, which is Long
amazing.
John, Carl Joshua Nube, Joey Rashdeen. We've worked with a lot of people.
That's amazing.
We've done shows all over Africa, and this is all our own work.
Yeah.
And
And
it-
nobody can take it away from you. Please
No.
trademark it so that...
Yes, we have.
Thank
We
you.
have, and it's really important.
And it's really important. I feel like that your message specifically is very important for like our black.
Yes,
and I really
yes.
like. I hate to keep pressing on the whole black thing, but like black excellence, like we need to come out. Like as we need to not with Bukakoshi, basically.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, so that's a wrap, Chicken. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. We had such a great talk.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
such a
I could
great
talk for days.
I mean, me too.
I
Well,
look, baby mama, don't get jealous. It's really just business.
It's just business, okay? Please don't come for me. I don't have a Weaver, but please don't come for me. And that's all the time we have for today. Join us for Our Money Matters. Welcome to our Money Matters segment here at Bank Binsuk, and once again we will be joined by the lovely Sharon Ladis. Hi Sharon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thank you.
So she's going to tell us more about saving and investing. Now, oftentimes you hear make a habit of saving and investing. What exactly does that mean?
Just like investing in a healthy lifestyle, investing in your financial well-being should become a habit. At Bank Windhoek, we offer a number of products that will help you achieve a goal, your financial goals, and starting the habit of saving.
Okay, but what does it mean? What is saving exactly? Break it down like in layman's terms.
In layman's terms, saving means putting money away in a bank account. Depending on what your needs are, you'll be putting the money away for either a short period or a long period.
What are the benefits of saving?
First of all, it gives you the freedom, it gives you financial freedom. This means that you don't have to rely on others or institutions like banks and cash loans to actually get through the month. So if you have savings, then you'll be able to have enough for your needs.
Right.
Secondly, saving gives you the buying power. It gives you buying power. So this means that instead of buying things on credit, which is actually a bit more expensive than the product is, this means that you will have enough money to buy things at cash value. Thirdly, the awesome thing about it is that you receive interest on all of your savings that you put away in the bank account.
Oh, cool. So, you
So
get
it
more
attracts,
money.
yeah, so it
Oh.
attracts interest.
So more money for my money.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Now, if I'm not a person that typically saves and that's not a habit that I have, how do I start to save?
Okay, first things first, you need to set a goal. You need to decide on what you want to save for.
Okay.
Let's say you want to buy a car or a house. You need to decide what it is that you're saving for. And then you need to figure out how much this product or this item costs and how long you have to save in order to get the amount. You need to figure out how much it costs, and then you need to work out how long it's going to take you to save for that item. And then you have to save. Then once you have a plan, you have to start.
You have to actually save the money
you
and
have to
go
start
according to
saving.
the
Yes,
plan.
and then this you do over a period of time. You have to do it periodically, depending on your cash flows or when you receive extra money or whatever. If you're gonna put money away, you can. If you get money every week, extra bit of money every week, you can save that. If you get it once a month, you can save that. One of the awesome things that we always talk about is when you get your bonus check every year, put some of that away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And and another thing is also, that you need to work on is instead of buying things that you don't need, start looking at your habits of what the things are that you don't need, that you keep on buying. And then maybe take those things out and put that money away towards your savings.
So, say for instance, if I'm a shopaholic, so then I could stop maybe shopping and put that money away or aside.
Another thing that you can do is if you find it difficult to save on your own, you can get together with a group of people. Bank Windhoek actually offers group saving accounts. So this will also give you an opportunity to come together as a family or friends, and then you put money away actually towards a certain goal. Like let's say you want to go to Paris with your friends.
With your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That is a great idea.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea.
And then decide where you want to keep your money. Which bank, which branch, but which Bank Windhoek branch you want to keep it. If you are in the north, obviously it would be better if you have, if you make use of the northern branches. If you are central branches. If you're in the southern branches. So whichever is convenient for you. And one last thing that I will mention is that on some saving accounts there are fees and charges. So it would be best if you research it a little bit and just see what the different fees and charges are for the different products and make a choice that is best for you.
Right, so you can save money, make a little bit more money on the interest, but you still have to pay fees.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you so much for taking the time out on educating us. All right, until next time. And that's a wrap, guys. That's all the tea we have for you guys today. Join me again next time for some even more tea. You know I got you. I got you. So come on back. Bye.